Hi everyone and welcome back to WARNO Tournament round 3 with General Mosquito and P.Uri.Tanner today. 2 games back to back. Both players currently playing as the 4th Motosuchen division. General Mosquito on the right in red and P.Uri.Tanner on the left in blue. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, this first game is a short game. I haven't watched it. I have no idea why or how it ends, but it does end in a matter of minutes. But both players, reasonable amount of units securing their lower points. Lots of units pushing hard in the middle for Tanner. Little bit of a smattering of units up here, but Tanner seems to have the majority of his forces in the center here. Hasn't sent anything right to the top. This is an aggressive push here. What is going on here? He's bringing in a lot of recon vehicles, weirdly. That's not something you see very often. Getting hit by anti-tank there. HE bomber jet coming in for General Mosquito. I'm not sure it actually dropped anything there. Oh, wow. I kind of feel like somehow Tanner is going for a meme here with all of these vehicles. Wow. Look at all these tanks as well. I mean, he's just plowing through. It's like a... No, he's got 80 GM troops there as well. But it's like an initial rush with these things, which have a tank gun. What are the stats on that? 10 penetration. 1 HE. Nothing too special, but look at it go. The amount of firepower he's putting down with all of that stuff. A couple of T-55s pushing the bottom of the point. Tanner's pushing at the very bottom of the map as well. I can see why this is over so quickly. This is altogether bizarre. I've never seen this done before. I mean, you see meme rushes in games, but I haven't seen one with the Aufkul PT-76B, that's for sure. Poor General Mosquito, he is going to definitely lose that command. I mean, all you can do is sit back and laugh at this. What a mass tank rush. Jeez. I mean, General Mosquito is bringing in his own tanks now, but... wow. Down here, I mean, realistically, General Mosquito could probably hold this point. There's only 2 squads down here now. Though he is running the Alf Clara away towards this point. In fairness, there's very little in there. These are all going to get killed as they come in. I mean... that is definitely a screenshot for the title page material right there. Yep, that'll do. That's the title page. Loads of tanks getting blown up. Commiserations to General Mosquito. That explains why that one was so short. That was cruel. I've never seen that done before. Yeah, look at them. These things got loads of kills. How absolutely bizarre. That was such a meme rush, Tanner. That was such a meme rush. Let's get into the second game. The second game's longer. Hopefully he doesn't do another meme rush. Hi everyone and welcome to game 2 of this matchup. Less meme from P.Uri.Tanner this time, hopefully. That was pretty dirty. I don't think we'll be seeing that one again. This time we have General Mosquito in the right in red as the 39th Infantry Division and Tanner on the left in blue as the 79th Tank Division. This should be an interesting matchup. We don't see the 79th Tank too often. It does have some very good tanks that are often underestimated because of their pricing versus the Western tanks. In terms of where stuff is going, we have a nice spread across the map for both players, to be honest. Both players sending a few units to the bottom, perhaps slightly more for General Mosquito. Towards the middle, again, a reasonable spread of units for both players. No big tanks coming out at this stage for Tanner, but he does have some anti-air where there isn't any on General Mosquito's side. Does have a couple of choppers there though. Oh no, a single chopper. The Osa was just hitting the chopper from General Mosquito, which has gone down pretty quickly. More units at the top at a forward position for Tanner there. He would like to control that, obviously, to get into this forest here. Down at the bottom of the map, we do see that once again, Tanner being a bit more aggressive. He is pushing as far across the point as he possibly can. And down here at the bottom, he is trying to get straight into Delta, but he is coming up against quite a bit of resistance, including some BMP-3s. Up here, we can see an Su-25 rocket plane had come in. I'm not sure if it had hit anything. No, it hasn't fired any of its rockets as yet. A very sturdy jet, but certainly not one of the better jets in the game. But favoured by people for taking out infantry and buildings. I prefer a HE bomber myself. Sapri being used to good effect here, but they are dead because they were simply outnumbered. But he had the right idea, rush them into the enemy forces. Sapri RPO trying to get distance on the standard Sapri here with the satchel charges. Should be able to kill them now, but Tanner is watching and is sending them chasing after. Command in for General Mosquito, I assume going for the back point rather than the center, but could be ballsy and go straight for the middle. Tanner getting himself into a nice defensive position up here with two sets of Conkers. One's a little bit far back for my liking. It should be near the front of those trees. A couple of Osas, a bit stood on top of each other. Those are a prime target for a nice cluster bomber. T-80BV, some tanks are finally coming in then for Tanner, and a lot more infantry coming in at the top there. He'll want to sweep around the top, I'm sure. Down at the bottom, these Sapri RPO being hunted down by the BTR-60, and Tanner's Sapri pulling back to defensive positions. That command is going straight for the center. Not a bad choice, will mean more points, already 16 points up, but will need to maintain that advantage for a long period. Radvedska and an Mi-8. Recon chopper coming in. Motostraki coming in as well. Not a bad choice for placement of that command, though there aren't a lot of units at this side, and he will have to face Tanner pushing down from the top sooner or later. Igla's coming in now, and there is an Osa there, so General Mosquito does have some anti-air, but in the grand scheme of things, will Tanner even call in any aircraft? We haven't seen any as yet. I think his focus might be on ground forces this game, though he does obviously love his Su-25s. Two commands coming in now. One will be going to the center, one will be going to Echo, and another command coming in for Charlie for General Mosquito there. Complete control up at the top of the map here for Tanner. I'm not sure where he's sending all of those troops. They're obviously going on a merry jaunt along the road. I mean, the only thing I can think they would be useful for is stopping reinforcements coming along that road to that top point, but how far are you going to send them? In the grand scheme of things, I suppose the other option is that you would bring them down potentially through these buildings and into the back of this point. Not sure what his plan is there. We will see. Loads of Motostrelki sitting in there, waiting to come in, I'm sure. Now, you see, I would say that General Mosquito is in quite a good position here. He's got plenty of units. They're nicely spread out. He's maybe missing long range stuff at this front line here. I can't see any tanks. He's got his BMPs, but his two tanks are sat all the way back there. He could perhaps do with another tank at this side, but he does have those Conkers to worry about there. Commander coming in for Golf there. Command also coming in for Delta. Pretty much seeing a bit of mirror matching on the commands right now, though still +3 to General Mosquito at the moment. He is getting that early advantage. Tanner in firm control up here. There is a BMP-3 coming in, but if he doesn't realise that these units are pushed all the way along, then he's going to lose that vehicle straight away. This point now neutralized, so no one's getting any points. These Sapri aren't going to be much use right against the road because they only have the satchel charges. Really, they could do with being slightly further back because you want the RPG to be firing at these vehicles, as these guys aren't going to do much damage to an armoured vehicle at all. Motorstocky Meta's coming in there. Defensive positioning, I think, here more than anything else for General Mosquito. Really, I suppose what he needs to do is build up a significant number of forces in the centre to push, as does P.Uri.Tanner, though. Yeah, I mean, that was a strange choice by Tanner. I'm not sure why he sent the Motorstocky back there and not had them at the road, because they would do more damage to incoming vehicles. Perhaps to allow General Mosquito to think that he had killed anything that was protecting that road. Could be a bit of psychological warfare. A couple of tanks coming in at the bottom there. Could be going to the centre, could be going to Delta. Artillery coming in for Tanner. Why, Tanner? Why? I'm curious to see what he's going to do with those. Not something we see too often in these 1v1 matchups. Tanner obviously planning to try something different. Motorstocky there, getting pushed now by quite a few infantry squads and vehicles. I'm still surprised that Tanner didn't put more infantry in there. He maybe just doesn't care. BMP3 will not survive long against the RPGs, but equally could stun lock this group. UAZ being used for scouting there. Yeah, BMP3 pulling back now. HE bomber coming in. Dropping on those Motorstocky, but missed. Anti-air jets for Tanner. Still no bombers from his side. Still no anti-tank jets. He's usually a fan of his SU-25 anti-tank. What are they? Is he having... Oh, I think he's going for this chopper. I thought he might just be scouting for anti-air. Risky move. He's lost one. Seemed a little bit unnecessary to throw away a jet like that, Tanner. Is he going to do that again? No, I think he just hasn't evac'd it. Tanner making a push, moving forces forward. And there's his artillery, using it as smoke. Fair enough. Again, not something we're seeing as often in this game as we would see in Wargame Red Dragon. People are starting to use smoke more often, though. T-62's coming in there. They did go to the centre in the end. Motorstocky coming in. Tanner most definitely not planning to push the bottom there. Is pushing the top, however, using this smoke to cover a pretend advance, I would actually say, because he's not sending anything across the centre there. What he's actually doing is moving up these units into that building and then probably going to run them across here, but isn't actually sending anything across the centre. Three squads of Motorstocky versus one squad of Motorstocky and a lot of vehicles. Oh, here they are. I wonder when he was going to move those in. He's choosing now. More Motorstocky arriving to defend. Smoke going down here. Smoke dissipating in the centre now, though. But it's perhaps done its job and blocked him from seeing what else was coming in. Lots of Motorstocky coming in now. T-62 being moved up rather aggressively. Wants to be careful with that, though. Rocket attack jet coming in to hit those Motorstocky. Didn't actually do very much. BMP-2 is firing missiles at that T-62, but didn't do much damage. Still only the AA jet there. HE bombers coming in. 2 of them. Su-22 M4s. We'll be going for these units here, I'm sure. Yeah, 1 set. 2 sets. Did some damage to that one. Possibly killed the one that was in that building, I think, if it was still there. I didn't quite see. But still plenty of Motostrelki alive there. I mean, Tanner has a lot of Motostrelki pushing here, but he doesn't have much else pushing with them. And at the same time as he's pushing there, look at this from General Mosquito. He's pushing the bottom with a couple of squads of infantry. That T-80BV is in trouble. Look at it run. Radvedka Heavy aren't going to do anything to it, though. And the Motostrelki are out of missiles. Lots of Motostrelki coming in the bottom. I was about to say, right now, General Mosquito has a lot more infantry here. He could have probably pushed that point and got into it, but unfortunately Tanner is also thinking ahead and has already called in reinforcements, so there went that idea. These Radvedska getting hit by a lot of tanks. That's a bit brutal. They were kind of on the side of that hill. It was the top end of the side. Maybe they could be seen. That's a bit harsh. Sometimes the hills in this are a bit iffy. They're not quite as clear cut as you would like. He is down to 4 squads of Motostrelki. Artillery piece in at General Mosquito's side now. Apparently this is the way we're going in these games. A couple of artillery bits. Now, I've got to be honest, General Mosquito has quite a lot in the field, as does Tanner. General Mosquito's problem is he's got tanks going against a lot of Motostrelki, and they still have a lot of missiles left. He is getting that way too close to those. Oh! There they've got a rear shot and a side shot on that tank. That is not good. You cannot charge tanks at infantry. You just can't. It's suicidal. All he has to do is keep running those infantry past, stop them every so often to fire. I mean, oh, you just need to reverse out. I'd be getting that across here if I could, and reversing all of my tanks out to here so they could fire in to the edge when the Motostrelki get too close. But I think, yeah, General Mosquito's lost all his tanks, and he's probably going to lose that command as well. Because they're probably going to be in, or they might just be out of range. Yeah, he's pulled them back. Tanks and vehicles pushing down this way for Tanner, but he's only going against 1 squad of Motostrelki, and they're out of anti-tank missiles, so he should be fine. Good. General Mosquito has salvaged this and got his command vehicle back in there. Sapri RPO coming in behind the Motostrelki. That's good. Sapri would be even better with all that smoke on the ground. Standard Sapri with their satchel charges. Loads of Motostrelki reinforcements coming in. Really good. General Mosquito should hold here. Tanner's pushing the bottom, though. This is interesting. He didn't bring in that much, but he's chancing his arm. Can General Mosquito hold it, is the question. He's reclaimed all of this at the top. Loads of Sapri sat waiting to come in for Tanner, and Motostrelki coming in as well. T-62 getting some good shots off. No, it's dead. Another T-62 there. General Mosquito. And the advantage here, I think. At least in terms of tank v tank. Look at this push down here. Enemy spotted. Oh, he spotted the command, but he's moving it anyway. Tanner, he likes to mark enemy command vehicles. Machine gun squads coming in there for General Mosquito. We'll be heading here, I assume. Tanner pushing slowly but surely, using the BMP-2s force fire support. It's a weird place to fire your artillery. Perhaps he thinks that's the command vehicle. It's obviously a possibility. No, those squads are going to the center, I think. I'd have diverted them down here, because Tanner's coming. Interesting move from Tanner. Pushing in at the top here, finally, with a lot of squads. We'll certainly control this forest if he pushes in there. Although he's not moving in, is he going to charge Charlie? You know, it could be he's done a fast move on these units to come down here into Charlie. He is smoking along that road. No, he's moved them to there, and now they're... What is he doing? He is smoking here. I thought he was going to charge down this road. Oh, he is. He's now recommanded them to come down this road. So he's going to take Charlie. Not a bad strategy. Not something we see done very often, though, to be fair. Mi-24 providing some fire support. But that smoke doing its job will be causing issues for that fire support. Lots of shots going in towards that chopper as well. They're not doing much damage. Lots of deploying of units and unloading. And down here, Tanner is in this point, and he has a command in it. He put a command infantry in the back corner, +2 to Tanner. He's going to hunt down this command vehicle and kill it. Interestingly, he only got his Sapri in there. He didn't actually get any of his Motostrelki down there, which really he needs some Motostrelki to help kill this vehicle, because it does have a little bit of armor. Possible the satchel charges will do some damage to it, but there are BMP-3s heading in to help. Mosquito is charging at Tanner's forces. And Tanner has more here now. That's a mistake. He's going to lose them. Such a shame he didn't bring those machine gun squads over here. HE bomber coming in though. Hopefully against that building there. Beautiful strike. Absolutely beautiful. We'll take fire from the OSA though. And from the 2 MiG-23s. I think it got out. This command running for its life. Not a lot going on over here. BMP-3 is being pushed up this way to defend. Does he know that those Sapri are there? I'm not sure. I assume he does know there's something in there. Now, I'd say right now, Tanner has more units on the map. But he's not really in a position where I would say he's got it in the bag. But this is a difficult one to call. I feel as though Tanner's being the more aggressive of the two players. And his positioning has just been pretty nice this game. You don't always get even Tanner getting positioning quite that well. But, you know, getting units around the back there. Managing to push up with a force here without too much resistance. He's got some good positioning, some good ideas. He's causing a lot of distractions. Got to give him credit for that. Even if he did meme the last game. He's admitted to me he felt dirty after that. Likely needed a shower. Heavens knows I did. Motostrelki coming in. Lots of Motostrelki coming in for Tanner as well. Everything's just slowed down a bit now. I'm wondering what the plan is from Tanner's side. I assume he's going to push the centre at this bottom area. He's got mostly control of the top there. And General Mosquito isn't pushing back out at the top. Tanner's bringing in a lot of the bottom, including some tanks. I think he's going to get into a position to push the bottom and kill that command. I think that's his plan. HE bomber coming in there. Hitting in the back. Was going for that command. Oh, wow. Is that... No. I thought for a second he had 2 commanders in there. Just in case one died. That would be a bit excessive. BMP3 is being repositioned to come down here and help fight this lot. Not a bad shout. Not a bad shout at all. Look, Tanner finally called in his anti-tank Su-25, his favourite unit in the game. And he killed the command in the middle. Very nice. I mean, if it's going to get called in for anything, I suppose that was it. 17 minutes to go. Oh, there's the surrender. General Mosquito took the surrender. Tanner did have about double the kills to losses there, which surprises me to some extent because it didn't look like he had that much on the field, but perhaps it was just because mosquitoes were spread out so much it looked like he had more. Well played, guys. That was a really interesting game in how Tanner positioned some of his troops and sent some stuff around the back. Unusual tactics. I like it. Nice to see something different. Good use of smoke. Seeing it used more and more now. Standout units. T-62s were doing a good job. T-80 there. Conquer up there. Strelky were doing a good job. T-80 BVs were doing a good job. Well done, guys. Really good game. Commiserations to General Mosquito. That was a hard-fought fight. I understand why you surrendered. I didn't realise quite how many kills you were behind. I didn't think it was quite that wide. But well done regardless. That was a difficult matchup. Thanks for watching, everyone. Please do like, share and subscribe. And I will see you all tomorrow for some more WARNO.